Pennies and Pens, it's your girl, Loud Pen, but you can call me Penny. Today's vlog is called Penny Unboxing BAMESIS by Bam Bam. So first of all, let me say thanks so much for watching, checking out the Penny Black YouTube channel, and supporting my business, ISLP, the Ink Spot LLC. So ISLP, the Ink Spot LLC, is a creative production company. We create original products and we produce events to inspire and empower pennies and pens, you, to ink the life that you've always wanted. And so basically, we've published 3 different books. We published my first book, Make Your Pen Loud, How to Be a Lifestyle Blogger, in April of 2015. And it teaches you how to create content for a lifestyle blog and work with brands. And then we published my second book, The Loudest Pen Ever, which is a collection of original stories and poems about my life as a Black woman and entrepreneur, in October of 2019. And then, sorry, y'all, was not prepared for this vlog. Dropping my own book, my bad. And then we published the Pen Planner in February of 2021. And it's a blog and social media workbook that helps you create and plan content for your blog and social media. And if all that was not enough, we also have Pennies and Pens, which is our vegan fashion brand. I'm wearing one of our t-shirts right now, Don't Let the Internet Get You Down, which is something we'll talk about in the context of Bam Bam and my own personal mental health in a little bit throughout the unboxing video. And then also we plan events. ISLP, the Ink Spot LLC, we also plan events. And so most recently this year in 2014, we've had the most events we've ever had in a year. We've already done 2, 514 X Monbebe, which was to celebrate Monster X's 9th anniversary. And then we did Tay Day in July to celebrate Tayman. So now, like, getting back to the actual unboxing video, we're gonna unbox BAMESIS, which is Bam Bam's 3rd mini album. I have actually become an avid Bammy over the last couple of years, or actually last year. It's only been a year since I became a Bammy because I discovered Bam right after, like a couple months after Sour and Sweet, because he kept promoting it like for months after the album dropped because it was his first full album. And I was like subscribed to his Weverse page, but I would like not really dive in and actually like listen to his music. I was just casually following his Weverse page. And so finally one day I was like, you know what? Let me actually like check this dude's music out. And I was on my way to an event and I just pulled up the Sour and Sweet album and played it. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that there was like R&B, just straight R&B within K-pop. I didn't know that that was being brought to the table. So I immediately fell in love with Bam Bam. And this was also right before I went to Seoul last year. So then while I was in Seoul, I was in this bookstore called Aladdin, and it's like a half-price books, but Korean. And so obviously it's a secondhand bookstore where they sell used books, magazines, and CDs and stuff for cheap, right? Because like I said, it's like a half-price books. Like, you know, I'm an American, so that's my context of secondhand books. And so I had discovered it because somebody had posted about it in Reddit, you know, saying, hey, you can check out this store there all over Seoul, the store called Aladdin, you know, and even because the store is called Aladdin, it's called Aladdin in English, but there's a Korean name that I believe translates into Aladdin in English. And so I looked it up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then I just randomly found it. And then I went and I found Bam Bam's Sour and Sweet album for super duper cheap. So that's when my first Bam Bam album purchase, and I love his packaging. His packaging is some of my favorite in the industry across the board because he always gives you such cool album design and packaging. And like, I'll just pull out real quick a copy of the Sour and Sweet that I bought. This is the version, let me pull this down. This is the one that I bought while I was in Seoul, but I since have gotten, this is the sweet version, but I've since have also gotten the sour version. I bought that one brand new off of G Market, but obviously this one was used, but it really had nothing wrong with it, honestly. Like, oh my God, it even still has like all the branding from when I bought it in Seoul, like the price tag and all of that. But yeah, I bought it for 9,700 won, which y'all is like $7 USD. Like, I've never bought a K-pop album for $7. And you know, the only thing that the album did not have was a photo card. It had the sticker set, it had the poster, it had the photo book, the CD. Everything was completely perfect. Literally, the only thing the album didn't have was the photo card, because K-pop fans love to buy albums either just to get the photo card or to get a new photo card or whatever. So they'll buy the album, take out the photo card, and then resell it. But like for me, I just like wanted the CD. And at the time, I was not a hardcore Bambi just yet. So I was technically just buying the album just so I could listen to the CD, right? And then like after listening to it, I was like, okay, this is dope. And then I went back and listened to his first 2 albums, which are Ribbon and B. And I was like, oh my God, I love this dude. And so then this year, when BamEsis dropped, to get back to the actual unboxing vlog, when BamEsis dropped, this was my first official like Bam Bam comeback, like really following it from beginning to end, like from when it got announced until when it actually released. So I was so excited to hear and get this album. So let's go ahead and finally start the unboxing. So this is the front of the album. This is the back. One thing that you guys can't really probably see or tell maybe necessarily through the video, watching it on the screen, is that the album has this beautiful texture to the design. Like, it's so cool. I can't describe exactly what it feels like, but it's a really cool. Hopefully y'all can kind of hear my hand scratching it like that, but it's just a really cool design. And then he got his name here, his cool logo, the name of the album, 3rd mini album, BamEsis. And then also a cool feature that I like is on the side, it's red and black. The red part is the digipack that has like the CD and the inclusions. And then the black part with the Bam Bam is, and then the double B is obviously his logo. And then the Bam Bam is obviously his name, and that's the photo book. So when you take everything out, and I don't keep the inclusions in the album because as y'all can see, it's kind of tight. Because I just feel like the inclusions were made to be in the album when it was packed and properly put in by the person who originally packaged it. That's a professional, but Pennies not. So I actually take out the inclusions and I have them in a separate space because it just like kind of makes it super bulky, and like just to store it on the shelf, I don't necessarily need all that. But let me put the box down. Let's go through the photo book first, because this is a reshoot, because I really wanted to make sure this time that I go through and actually talk about like the photos and the photo book and just some of my thoughts and some of the things that's been happening, like things that Bam Bam has been saying and how people have been kind of responding to it on social media. I wanted to go back and really think about what I was gonna say before I just like said certain things, you know? So yeah, so this is the front of the photo book. This is the back. And then when you open the photo book up, you have BamEsis here. And then as you go through the photo book, you just have all these beautiful black and red photos of Bam Bam. And for those that don't know, if you're not a Bammy, this concept is totally different from anything he's ever done. Like Ribbon, as you guys can see, he's got the platinum blonde hair. It's a very like more sweet and softer concept. B was somewhere in the middle with like dark hair and a couple of highlights. And then Sour and Sweet was like long hair but still very sweet and soft. But with BamEsis, he went into this whole different direction. Very dark, very edgy, goth. But still going for like a hip hop sound, in R&B. And then there's a song on this album called Must Be Nice that sounds like some kind of indie rock. And it's actually one of my all-time, it's always been one of my favorites from the album because it seems like such a disconnect, but it's not. It fits in so well with the album, you know, because it gives you this slower vibe and what is for the most part a really cool rap album. You know what I'm saying? Like on most of the songs, he's just rapping. He's not really singing. He's rapping, you know, and it's really cool. But the photos, the way everything is designed and laid out, it's just phenomenal. Like it's one of my favorite albums of the year. One of my favorite albums. I mean, I don't even think I have a favorite Bam Bam album at this point. Because like I said, I own both, or actually I don't know if I said that in this version. I own both versions of Ribbon. I own both versions of B. both versions of sour and sweet, and I only have one of BamBam, but that's because he only did one version besides the kit. And maybe I'll get the kit, but I don't really need the kit version because it's like it's maybe a couple of photo cards or what have you, but since there's no physical CD, I don't feel the need to buy it. And I absolutely love this look. I need to make sure I talk about this look. Like this bedazzled midriff top with like the half arm out. Like, it's just so cool. And the BB tattoo right there on his arm. Like, it's just, BamBam just really, really did that. Like, you know, it's the concept of this album is just so cool. It's just such a cool album. Like, when I was going through the photo book last night, as I was listening to the album, I was like, oh no, we got to reshoot that. Because I've been going through a lot personally, and like, it's wreaking havoc on me and my mental health. And when I saw some of the things that BamBam said on social media, I related to it so much because I was like, wow, that's me, you know? But like, and I know people like got upset, and then there was this whole thing where he had apologized for some of the things that he said. And I think people were upset by that too, but I think it wasn't necessarily that he was trying to apologize for what he actually said. I think he was trying to apologize for the way it affected people, because the thing is, he is a celebrity with a lot of influence. Like, I didn't even realize this as a Bammy, that he has 18 million followers on Instagram alone. So it's like that amount of immediate reach just means that the things you say can affect a lot of people, but it also means that your words can get twisted, and people could take things that you say and take it to mean something they don't necessarily really mean. And I think he was trying to apologize for that, you know, like the way that it affected people, not necessarily what he said or what he was thinking. That's my thoughts, but I don't know what everybody else would think or would say. And I don't know if a lot of non-Bammies know that he has had a rough year in some ways. He had to cancel his entire U.S. tour. There were people that didn't like some of the things that he did with his most recent comeback. I don't even necessarily want to get into all of that, but it really did affect his comeback with this album, BAMESIS. And so I think he's still dealing with the aftermath of like, okay, how can I redo this U.S. tour and actually make that happen? Because he needs to make it happen. He deserves to be able to make it happen, you know, like BamBam, yes, has only been a soloist now for 3 years, but he's one of the strongest in K-pop. He really has a very strong sound and identity, and he has something that's really powerful and unique. And while you may not like his music and his vibe, you have to respect him. But that's something that's difficult for a lot of K-pop fans, because the general narrative in K-pop is very like, this is my alt group, this is my alt soloist, and I don't like anybody else outside of that. And it's very mean girls, you can't sit with us if you don't wear pink on Wednesdays type shit. It's not actually necessarily even always based on like talent and skill, because like you'll have people that'll throw shade at artists like BamBam and Taemin and the rest of his boys in SHINee, Key, Mino, Onu, Jonghyun, and act like they're not dope, and act like they're not dope. And the same thing with the members of Monsta X and like Gravity. Like, they're just, because people are like, oh, that's not my main group, that's not my alt. And it's like, no, it's not your alt, no, it's not your main group, no, it's not your main soloist, but it doesn't mean that they're not talented, they're not dope. You know what I'm saying? So that's my little sidebar rant about that. And I guess that's to me as a Bammy, just like trying to stand up for him and say like, this dude, he's a celebrity and all of that, but just because he has all these followers on Instagram, it doesn't mean his life is any easier or any better than anybody's. And it doesn't mean that there's not anything that he's not struggling with. And it also does not mean that people who are not famous are not struggling with their own stuff too. I just said that I am also struggling with my own personal shit. You know what I'm saying? I've also been dealing with my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, BamBam's not the only one that's going through stuff. Because I know I'm going through shit myself right now. Like, I, even just now before I started shooting this vlog, like, I had to have me, like, a long moment, deep breaths, cry, get upset. Then I was like, no, I got to shoot my vlog because I'm putting this vlog up today. You know what I'm saying? It was just, like, this whole thing. So, like, we all go through stuff. Like, everything happens to everybody, you know, but it's like, you know, and that's why I do appreciate the people who are like, yo, let's spread positive messages and support towards Bam Bam. And that's true. I like that vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to say that we should also pray for him and ourselves. Because, like, y'all, at the end of the day, ain't nothing like the powers of the Most High. And ain't nothing going to work together for us better than the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, even when you talk about praying or praying for yourself or praying for people, please be careful when and where and how you do it. Because one thing that I have, as a believer, have learned is that sometimes you need to just be quiet and listen before you start offering solutions. Because even when I'm talking about praying, I'm talking about for myself and my own personal issues. And I'm talking about praying for Bam Bam as far as what I have seen and know of him as a fan. Pray that he's able to one day do his U.S. tour. Pray that he is able to tackle whatever personal mental health issues he may be going through. Like, I pray for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I mean, y'all, because I definitely do not want to be that person. Because, you know, there's that person that don't even really listen, and they just immediately start saying, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. And you're like, did you even really listen to my problems? Like, are you just offering solutions to something you don't even know what the problem even is? Like, how are you offering a solution you don't even know the problem? You know what I'm saying? So that's only my thing. But it's getting dark and it's getting late and I'm getting sleepy. So let's hurry up. Okay, let me turn that light on, because I didn't think I was going to have to turn on that second light, but because I normally just shoot in natural lighting, but it's literally too dark to do that. And one thing that my friends have been helping me with is to just stay positive and stay encouraged even while I go through this season of toughness. So hopefully I have not said anything that offended nobody, because, you know, people get upset, honey, K-pop fans, when it's they alt soloist, they alt group, honey, they be falling out. And Penny is the oddball out of the pack, because Penny got a Janet Jackson pictures, Aespa, Sujin, Bam Bam, Gravity, Kai, Kung Su, Tainment, Nu up here, Key up here, Hayes up here. Like, I'm weird. You can't even look at me to be like, what is Pen's actual taste in music? Like, I don't even understand. Because I like some of everything and some of everybody. I collect multiple groups. I collect multiple soloists. I like a lot of people. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the photo book. But yes, y'all see how just cool and edgy it was. And I'm kind of glad that I just continued to babble. But I wanted to wrap this up in 20 minutes. Uh-oh, I done bent my photo book already. I always bend my photo books. I bend them too much because I like to flip through them. So I bend them too hard when I be flipping through them. Okay, so this is the cover of the digipack that has the CD. And so when you open it up, it's like a 4 photo, which is actually really nice and really cool. So you open this, it looks gorgeous. And then of course that's the CD. All right, now let me pull out my little inclusions. Like I said, I staged this, y'all. Penny done put the, y'all know Penny be multi-standing. Don't tell nobody. But I don't know. I might eventually put this in with another Bam Bam album. But right now, lately, I've been having an entertainment fan club kid. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Shh, baby. I'm so happy I reshot this vlog. This version is so much better than what I shot yesterday. Okay. Now, this is the stickers. So there's the first big sticker right here with the double B. That's obviously Bam Bam's logo. I think I'm gonna put this on the cover of my new the pen planner, which is what I call my bullet journal. Obviously, it's the name of my third book, but I'm also what I call my bullet journal. And I'm so upset too, because this morning in my bullet journal, I had my tea and I wrote down in my bullet journal, and I just knew I was gonna have a good day. So I don't know why my day went so shitty. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all in this version of the vlog. Let me tell y'all real quick. Okay, while I pull out the other sticker set, What I love about this sticker set is that it has so many different designs in the fonts. I think that's what makes the song title stand out, because that's what the sticker set is. So it's got the name of the album, BamEssis, and then it's got his logo, Bam Bam, and then all of the names of the songs are all in like different fonts. And I think the fonts do a great job of reflecting what the song is actually about. But yeah, y'all had wrote down in my bullet journal, my to-do list. I had listened to Bacon's City Lights album. I just got that album. I'm going to unbox that for y'all very soon. And so I was all ready to just do that. You know what I'm saying? But my day was so shitty, y'all. I dropped the customer's drink in my phone. Then I ran and got a paper towel, got it out of my phone, right? But then I got a cup of rice, right? And I put my phone in the cup of rice, y'all, and the rice got stuck in the charger portal in my phone. So then I had to go and buy the charger where you don't have to plug it in. You can just sit your phone on top of it. What? And I still gonna have to get the phone replaced because the rice, I went to the Verizon store. She's like, nah, ma'am, that's too stuck in there. I can't get that out. So I'm gonna have to replace the damn phone eventually. But I don't have the funds to do that right now. So that's why I had to go get the charger thing. And I'm still having to buy me some wireless headphones. It's a whole mess. I'm like, what a mess. So anyways, back to the Bam Bam unboxing. We got 3 more things we're going to go through. Okay, so then they got, like, he has a 4-cup poster in here. And obviously it has the photos on the front. And then it has the lyrics on the back. So this is the one that has Last Parade. And then the lyrics. And then this is Meo Timo Deseo, the lyrics. And then Ball Like That, the lyrics, and then Must Be Nice in the lyrics, and then Thank You, Come Again in the lyrics. So it's really, really cool. Like, I was very nervous with this album, I'll admit, because I was scared that it was going to be too small, because it's a lot physically smaller than his his previous albums. Like, if you compare in physical size, like, where is Sour and Sweet, for example? Like, Sour and Sweet, I'm just gonna grab the photo book. But like, you see how physically it's not as big. So I didn't know if I was gonna like it, because I do like big bulky albums. But I love it because it's so well designed. And then this is the photo card I pulled, right? Isn't that cute? I love it. It's really dark and edgy, like I said, but it's so dope. I'm like, oh, Bam Bam. You gotta watch his real BamEssis vlogs, because he has the whole thing behind the scenes of how he put the paint on himself. It was just so iconic. It was so well done. And the way his hairstylist did the black on top and red on the bottom, and the way the makeup artist did the makeup, everything was just so iconic. It was just so well done. It was one of my favorite comebacks of the year. I mean, from beginning to end, like the way it was rolled out, he did the double B for the dates, because it came out August 8, 2024. But instead of just writing 8/8/2024, he did BB 2024. So it was just fire. Like, the whole comeback was just iconic. The music video, every song from the album, it was just iconic. Okay, so the last inclusion is my BamEssis poster. And I love that, again, it's got that really dark and edgy vibe, but I absolutely love it. Okay? So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I promise you, I have already vented to my homegirls. We had a whole chat about everything that happened in the chat. I'm going to stay positive and get better. Like I said, it's going to work itself out. I only got 2 more shifts to get through this week. And then it'll be the weekend. Me and one of my other homegirls gonna hang out on Saturday. That should be really fun. So it should be good, smooth sailing the next couple of days, y'all. It's just, I work in the coffee shop industry right now, and that industry is already crazy. And it's not my dream industry. Y'all know this is what Penn wants to do. But until ISLP blows up and everybody recognize that I'm the GOAT, like Taman said, OMG, RTAT, and that says GOAT. No, for real, y'all, I'm one of the greatest vloggers of all time, bloggers of all time, writers of all time. You really need to check out my shit. I'm literally not joking. I'm literally not, Loud Pen is one of the greatest creators of all time. My name is going to be written in ink in history. Her story in the making. Okay? Make sure you bookmark my page, because it's going to blow up. Have you a good day. Peace.